Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group stage game for these teams in the NBA Cup. It should be a great one. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clarke Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight. Shams Charania is joining us at the broadcast table. Shams, it is so great to have you by our side.
Kevin, thank you so much. It's great to be here. I always love to follow the game, talk about the game. It should be a lot of fun tonight.
You'll give great insight. We can't wait to get going. And a look at the block shot number over the last few seasons for Jaren Jackson.
The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Filling in the perimeter slots, it's Smart and Bane. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Morant in at the point, and for the Mavericks. Big men on the floor for Middle Washington and Gafford. The star backcourt, Dončić and Irving are the guard set, and it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. So Memphis will get the first possession.
Striking fast inside. Bane isn't going to miss a chance at a look like that.
Pass to Thompson. Shoots from 12. Again, the miss by Thompson. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
I'll tell you, they played hard, they drew fouls, but they could not convert at the line.
And that can drive guys absolutely crazy. I mean, they know they're better free throw shooters than that, but just did not get it done from the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
And it's hard to pick a more electrifying player in the league than Ja Morant. He explodes off the floor.
Irving passes to Thompson. Here's Washington. Back to Thompson. Over Bane. Nice shot by Thompson. Thompson's got 7 points in the game.
That is just picture-perfect beauty form by Klay Thompson.
Jackson against Washington. To the inside. Here's Edey. And the rejection by Gafford. And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also a part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way.
Dončić, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Najee Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Clarke, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And good on the second, so he makes them both. We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. The shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Dallas leading by just 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Dallas.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also, they're doing something you don't see as much anymore, and that is converting time and time again from the mid-range.
Outside Irving. Smart with the steal. Here's Morant. Knocks it down from 7 feet. He's got 16.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got the Wizards ahead of them. Their next game in Washington. That'll be the first half of a two-game trip. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Oh!
Mercy, mercy me.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
It's Jackson atop the key. In the corner, it's Bane. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. Count it.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Pass to Gafford. Dončić gets it to go inside.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. Up top, Morant. He's got 18.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. First free throw is good. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Already an MVP caliber talent, Morant is all about continuing to get better, as well as competing for titles. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
No good on the second free throw. Smart dishes to Jackson. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Mavericks lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking, get the ball in the paint.
Use that length to your advantage. Thanks, Jason. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Happy to have you with us. Let's bring you up to speed on the winners of the Player of the Month awards. The Eastern Conference winner, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis, certainly deserves all the accolades. When you look at everything he's about, he remains one of the most unique players in NBA history.
If you could build an NBA player from scratch, he just may be the prototype. So let's move on now to this Grizzlies game, which has turned out to be a tight one.
A few things for them to focus on: more presence on the backboards, more physicality, maybe a few elbow sandwiches.
And maybe the guards need to crack back, get in there and help out.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Forcing his way inside, Dončić.
Even for Dončić, this is a big night in the scoring column, giving his fans their money's worth and then some.
Pass to Jackson. Now Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Here's Irving. That one off the back iron and out.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Pass to Edey. And here's Morant to the middle. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got his third basket of the night.
Well, Morant's acrobatics often get the attention, but his passing is also elite.
In the corner, Irving with it. Smart with the steal. Pass to Morant to the inside. Bane, no good. Dallas leading by 3. Here's Dončić. Morant comes with the double team. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Sinks the three-pointer. Thompson's got 16.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
Morant outside. He lobs it up.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Up top, Washington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Grizzlies were
Everybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Mavericks on top. They lead by a bucket. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. The lead is 2. Now here's Morant. Here's Jackson. Not enough on that one as it misses. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Pass to Irving. A minute 42 left in the fourth. Just 4 to shoot. To tie it up. He with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg. Oh!
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
1:15 left to play here in the fourth. Count it.
No better guy to take the big shot. Luka completely unfazed.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. A 2-point game. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Washington. And Smart over to help. And here is Irving. No good. That would have tied it. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Morant finds Jackson. Got it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Sixteen seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Washington. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just 1. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. To tie it up.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game, and he wants to be prepared. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. Bane kicks to Jackson. Smart. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 on their shots here in overtime.
Well, I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And that's how you do it. Free throws can make a huge difference in a tight game.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Grizzlies. Just under 3.5 minutes played in the extra period here. Here's Edey, covered by Gafford. Morant outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bucket is good. Morant's got 40 points.
The delicate touch on display there. Gotta love when Morant lets that floater fly off his fingertips. Beautiful.
Irving passes to Washington. Irving against Smart. Irving kicks to Washington. Fires the three. Dallas again missing.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his third foul of the game. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And here's Jackson. It's good.
And the big man going off in the clutch. Jackson Jr. knew it was do or die time.
Outside Irving. Gafford trying to break free. Pocket 6. Irving can't hit.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And overtime has come down to this. They need at least 2 points, or you can kiss this baby good night.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ballgame.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Thompson outside, looking to end the run. The shot, no good. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. So they finish out the NBA Cup group round as a 3-1 team.
And whether you're focused on the NBA Cup or the big picture of the regular season, early wins like these are great for your team.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Job. The bench was huge tonight. They came through. How big was their performance?
That just shows you that whoever's coming in the game, just be ready. We got the next man up. When your number is called, just be ready to play. Help us win ball games.
Well, they did that tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clarke Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Ja Morant.